Hi and hello, friends. It's me, your old pal Voltaire. Oh my gosh, everybody. The world's on fire again. I feel like I say that too many times, and I've said it too many times this year already. But listen, everybody, like every day, the world's trying to pull you into outrage, tribal thinking, narratives are pushed from all kinds of directions. There's stuff going on that we have no control over whatsoever and is beyond all of us. And you can't get caught up in that, everybody. Be disciplined. Remember something simple. Focus on what you can control. You can control whether, you let these things affect you. You can control whether you question the narratives. You can control whether you refuse to believe propaganda from either side. And you can control if you seek truth. And, don't fall into the mind virus type of thing. So real strength is staying clear minded when the noise gets loud. And it's getting loud, everybody. And I fear it's going to get louder. But stay strong. Surround yourself with good people. Look for quality content like we have here. Truth, the most honest show on YouTube. And most importantly, we always bring you friendship. But everybody, please remember that the mic drop is a free flowing conversation that oftentimes touches on mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Thank you, Voltaire, for that great intro. We're joined with Rhea, talking about what's happening in entertainment, but we need the help of the audience, too, to let us know what's going on. Yeah, beautiful sentiment, Voltaire. I just wish that entertainment was a little bit better right now to get me pulled in. I'm trying so hard to get excited about current content, and I don't want to be negative. Like, it exhausts me to be negative. I don't want to be negative. I'm just not feeling a lot of the stuff coming out now. And I've been going back. I actually, with a friend, I've been watching Black Mirror. I finally, everyone's been telling me about Rhea, do you watch Black Mirror?
No, I know
Okay.
it's like kind of like a modern Twilight Zone.
Oh, it is so good. I'm like, and then I watch that.
Well, hold on, Max. Sorry.
Yeah.
Especially since we've been off for a couple of weeks and we've received so many faxes and letters. Everybody, and mostly it was like, we missed the banter section. What's our Friday night like without the banter section of the show? So everybody, this is the much beloved banter section. Nobody else on YouTube does this. It's where the hosts sit around and chat like you're just having a beer with your friends and chatting it up, shooting the shit, that kind of thing. So go ahead. So you're watching Black Mirror. Yes, it is like a modern day Twilight Zone, and it's fantastic. Well, the first few seasons were excellent for sure.
Even when because of my friends getting me into horror, I still like horror now. If there's a new horror trailer, I'm more apt to see that than anything else. But there's really cool horror vibes to this show too. And it's been a show that's been people have been telling me about for years, all over the place, and I am so hooked. So I'm going all over the place. I'm renting stuff from the library. I want to be excited about entertainment, and I'm not. People were like, and Rhea knows, I wasn't like super on board with AI at the beginning. I was open to it, right? You and some other people were more open to. You're like, oh, give it a shot. I'm really excited about some of the Sea Dance stuff coming out from the fan community, and it's not like then people lose their minds and say, well, Max wants AI over people. No, I don't. I'm just saying it looks good. It looks exciting. I saw Mario and Sonic go at it on Twitter because someone put that together in Sea Dance. I'm just more excited about that stuff than the new Jabba the Hutt nephew with abs from Disney. I'm like, what is this? I don't want to be negative about it. They get the best actor, Jeremy Allen from The Bear and Shameless, and then they make him a CGI slop. You know how everyone says AI slop? CGI slop character. Missed opportunity when you get this amazing actor. I don't get it. And then the Lanterns trailer drops. And I don't know if everyone even saw the Lanterns trailer. And it's not bad, but I don't feel anything. Shouldn't trailers make you feel something?
It's very non-James Gunn like. It's the colors are muted. You don't see much Green Lantern power in it. You know what I mean? So, but it's still early.
I get confused because nowadays everything's a teaser trailer. Even like a 3-minute trailer is called a teaser trailer.
And there's a teaser for the teaser. Like they tease the teaser before the teaser comes out.
Yeah, you're right too, Ray. That's the way it is. But then you get the fanboy logic, and I don't want to be negative to fans either, because if you're a fan, that's great. If you get really excited about this stuff, that's great for you. You get the fanboy. Well, you can't judge it based on this. I'm like, mother effer, you could. That's what this stuff is for, to judge it. Trailers are meant to tease you, to hook you, and you can't now. Oh, it's too early to give. You could give judgment from a frame, from a finger, from a hand, wherever. All this stuff is meant to entice you. And I say, mother effer, if it got me excited, you'd be all for it. But because I'm not thrilled about it, you're like, oh, you can't judge on this. So you could judge this stuff. The Lanterns trailer didn't grab me, and I'm really looking forward to Jon Stewart. I like him. I like both Green Lanterns, but I'm more Jon Stewart than Hal because I grew up with the animated Justice League, and he was in there with Hawk Girl. Oh, here's Sean.
Yeah, and I used to say
I vote for Sean. I vote for Sean to be Hal Jordan. Like he would kill it. Yeah.
Honestly, legit, Rhea, that is a good casting. I like the actor we got, but Sean would do a good Hal Jordan for sure.
I used to be like,
and then Cal is Jon Stewart. I apologize. Sorry, there's some delay on my audio.
Okay. Yeah, Cal would be a good Jon Stewart for sure. Green Lantern isn't in space. That's the problem.
That's a good point.
Anthony Cheeseman says 3 F-bombs in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, the horror. Oh, you're counting the F-bombs? Listen, Cheeseman, I'm not clutching my pearls. I think he's doing that because Sean O'Rourke is one of the most the biggest critic of James Gunn in our community, I think. And he's counting the F-bombs. Yeah. And I believe, Sean, you posted some content on your channel saying it's not going to get to the general public. I kind of agree. It's getting the James Gunnisms are getting a little stale. I'm not offended by F-bombs, but it just feels like, oh, you're getting an edgy, disgruntled, punk rock, whatever. I like that. I love punk rock, but it's becoming very much a template, and then it feels kind of stale at this point. We get it. We know what the take's going to be every time. So
it's not transgressive anymore. It's not punk anymore.
It's not. Yeah, they're selling. It's not punk rock anymore. It's just like it's getting boring to me.
It's like punk core.
Punk core. What did you think of the Supergirl trailer? Did you see that?
The one from months and months ago.
Yeah. Even that, I'm super excited for Supergirl, but it's just like it looks like AI. It looks like someone put a James Gunn Supergirl through an AI prompt, and I was like, "Oh, we have a new director that's not James Gunn." And it just feels like, and I'm still looking forward to it. I'm not that excited.
I'm looking forward to that. The movie that I worry about is Mandalorian. Like, is that going to break 500 million? There's just no hype.
I don't even care. I'm
a lot of people.
I hope
they kind of missed that. It's been 3 years, hasn't it? Or around that
their window was after season 2, right? That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? Or they could have done it right after season 3. But there was good feelings about the show after season 2. It was water cooler for just everybody, not just Star Wars fans. And you're right, that ship has sailed, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, besides Mandalorian, it's been like 6 years since Star Wars has been in the theaters, and this is what it's coming in with. I'm looking forward to the Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling. That looks like it's got some, excitement for,
Project Hail Mary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I forgot all about his Star Wars movie.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He is in Project Hail Mary and a Star Wars movie.
And I saw them live in person at Comic-Con, and I still forgot. Oh, wait, no, they were talking about Project Hail Mary. They weren't talking about Star Wars. My bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's also filmed the Star Wars where he's kind of like a Han Solo type character. Let's get Rational's Rational. Like he said, he's been he supports the channel. Get to my super chat. That's what he says. Rational Skeptic, $2. Do you think Gunn stays post merger? Here's my. Go ahead.
We talked about the merger on this show. Remember, I got the stock thing.
Yeah.
And Donovan crapped on us in the comments, and he said, "Oh, it's going to go through for Netflix, and why are you even talking about this? This is, propaganda. You guys don't even know." And guess what, Donovan? It failed. the Ellisons put a stop to it. Now, will Gunn stay post merger?
I don't know about anything anymore. I don't know about video game companies, anything. So that's why I'm like, okay, these are cool. These are cool talking points and cool questions, and I appreciate the support. I'm just to the point where you're lucky if you get a continuation of anything you like, unless it's Nintendo. Nintendo seems to be bringing back IP, and I could actually, Ray, I've been talking with Voltaire behind the scenes and my friends. I'm actually going to finally invest some in Nintendo stock because I feel like I still have issues
Not
with
financial advice,
but they have been consistent how they protect their IP. They seem to cater to all generations of fans without losing too many. The burn rate, like sometimes when you try to get new fans, you burn the old ones, like with the take. They're consistently growing. Yes. And
so if I can put my own asterisk on this, I'm aggressively anti game key card. Like this makes me angry, that little white banner under there. Like I get a physical cartridge, but it's essentially a key. I have to be connected to the internet to access the digital key for the game. And I understand, it might be like an anti-piracy procedure or protocol or whatever, but yeah, as far as accessibility long term to physical media, I'm a huge advocate for it. But Max, relating back to your point, like it's Nintendo, they're consistent, their quality is on point, so I kind of have to go where the company is progressing, because they are still ultimately, this is content that I want to play. So if the only option I have is through the game key card, I kind of have to follow suit. So So yeah, I guess to your point too, it's like their brand value continues to go up, because even the adoption rate for new players, or new gamers, like they're going to grow up just knowing digital media and game key cards. And for me, along with some other legacy folks, now we have access to direct downloads to Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red, which was like a huge social media boom for new players to even play these games for the first time and be able to own the digital key. And then legacy folks like me going back and really just enjoying that, sort of grindy pixel art, sort of nostalgic audio and things like that. So I think that they kind of balance, let their IPs where they're slowly but surely getting the older content out there and accessible to folks. And then they're also putting out high quality, newer content as well. Like for a lot of folks, this might be, their first experience playing Pokemon, or even Fire Red and Leaf Green. Those games are 20 years old, over 20 years old. But a lot of folks are, playing those for the first time, and, they realize how hard those games used to be back in the day. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel related to what you're saying, that even without the merger, I still feel like Nintendo's just in its own league, like it's always been. So
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, this is banter. You talk to your friends, you talk about stock tips. So Max brought that Nintendo stock thing up to me, and I looked into it, and Nintendo stock is down right now, which is a good thing, right? You buy when the streets are red. Again, not financial advice, but there's a lot of good things coming for them. So,
the amusement parks, the merger, they've worked close with. I know video games. I know Namco Bandai. I saw on X that they're taking over a bigger portion of Namco Bandai. That's going to be good for also continuing the IP, because Namco's been doing some of the sequels to some Nintendo properties for years. And then they have a Legend of Zelda live action trailer, which it might whiff, but based on the momentum that Nintendo has with the amusement parks and the Mario movies, I think I'm betting on Nintendo right now.
Do you think it's going to whip? Do you think there's
No, I don't think so. What the images I've seen look great, and I think it's going to be a game changer for the way you think about, people. Everyone knows Nintendo, like everyone knows Disney, and then when you see you saw the Mario, and people are like, okay, that's Mario. Everyone knows Mario. When you see a live action Zelda, and if it gets like some fantasy vibes from like live action movies like Lord of the Rings or something like that with the IP of Zelda, I really think that's going to be a huge push, and then Nintendo's just going to be on fire. And comparing to the way these other companies that own IP in the States are handling their IP, it's just unparalleled. And I'm not a Nintendo ass kisser either. I'm not. I have a lot of issues with Nintendo. The key card, I understand your point. The key card, Rhea, I don't see a lot of Nintendo themselves first party don't use that though. So I'm surprised is that a Pokemon game that has the key card?
Yeah, it is developed by Koei Tecmo as well. So you could argue that it's like a partnership game, similar to how Mario versus Rabbids, like that game constantly is going on sale under $20, even though it is. You look at the game, like it reads just like a first party Nintendo game. But I think that also plays into it as well, where there was less urgency, and this is more niche. I don't know. I'm a Nintendo ass kisser, so I'm also trying to jump through mental gymnastic hoops to make this seem more okay than it actually is.
I actually give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt in this situation, because most of their like internally developed IP, even though they have other companies work on it, are physically on game card. And I think that's how they've gotten more third parties on board with the Switch 2. Is it's the graphics are better, so it's easy to port games over. And a lot of third party companies do not want the full game on the disc or the card. That's the way they've been operating for years for PlayStation, Xbox. I like the Ubisofts, like the Rayman Spark of Hope has always been like key cards. I think even with the last Switch, and Koei Tecmo has been pretty much doing the key cards too. So I mean, I still wish Nintendo would try harder, but I do think the third parties are part of the issue there.
So, can you remind me what is the Nintendo merger situation? I know, Max, you told me about it, but I forgot to look into it.
Oh, so I'll have to bring it up here. Bandai Namco. I think I messaged you on Twitter about it, because
they bought like 80% of them or something like that, right?
I don't know if you want to share or not. Do you invest in Nintendo too, besides all your purchasing?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm much interested in real estate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I convinced Voltaire to get some, and I'm planning to. Oh, here it is. And then there's also a leak. I don't know if you saw this. Are you okay with the Nintendo leak that's supposed to be for the Mario Day coming up on the 10th, Rhea?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, it's about the next Mario game. All right. So this is why I decided to message Voltaire and Rhea. So it's Bandai Namco Holdings has officially announced a thorough company restructuring, renaming departments and enacting personal changes. Nintendo will acquire 80% of the Bandai Namco Studios Singapore on April 1st, the other 20% later, and become Nintendo Studios Singapore. So I think that's pretty big, that they're just going to take over Bandai Namco Singapore and turn it to Nintendo Studios Singapore. And they've worked on a lot of Nintendo IP. I think that's a big deal, along with the parks and the trailers and the tendency for projects to go through Hollywood, more video game. I mean, the superhero genre is not going away, but it seems like the excitement is around video game adaptations now with Fallout, Mario, Sonic. They are doing a God of War, although that looked bad to me. The first
We got to talk about that. People criticizing that first picture that was released. I want to know why you thought it was bad. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that topic.
It looks like he's constipated in the woods. And the creator of God of War, Jaffe, which he has a YouTube channel, actually said the exact same thing. So I feel vindicated because people are like, Max, you're being too critical. I'm like, no, it looks like he's having a moment.
Answer rational super chat question though. Do we think that James Gunn is going to survive the merger? I don't think we do. I think honestly, I don't even know if Donovan Martin watches anymore, because he's so pro gun, which is great. I want James Gunn to succeed based on what was announced at the slate and what we're getting now. It really it doesn't feel like a whole universe outside of what James Gunn's doing. I don't feel a lot of momentum and excitement. I feel like if you get the next Superman movie, hopefully it starts filming. I think also he's fatigued. James Gunn is fatigued doing all this stuff. And I see fatigued. What do you mean James Gunn is fatigued?
He writes and directs.
He loves it.
He loves the money, I'm sure. He's getting a lot of money.
Come on. He's got enough money. So you get to a point with money where, look, I get it. Everybody always wants more money, but he's made money.
I don't even necessarily.
He's a passion now. He wants his legacy. He wants to be a Kevin Feige level producer type of thing.
But like, Kevin Feige doesn't write and direct too.
Well, he wants to surpass these people. Like
I don't think he could keep this going even if he's forced out. I'm not saying he's going to be forced out. I'm just going to be like, he might want to just move on after a while.
Why would he be forced out? And why would he?
I didn't say he would. But who knows what's going to happen with another merger? I'm just saying based on way it's going.
If Supergirl makes like 600 million, he's going to be fine.
I don't even know if he's going to want to continue after the second or third Superman movie. He might just want to do his arc and then call it and move on. And honestly, that might be the end of his contract. I do feel like I've speculated that the Matt Reeves Batman, when the Penguin really hit, that they reconsidered James Gunn's version of Batman and kind of put it on the back burner. I don't have any proof. It's just my pure speculation.
I think that you're right in that. I think James Gunn wants the Matt Reeves universe to end. He wants Batman.
When he said in the slate, Batman the Brave and the Bold, and from the last thing he said, the update to Batman the Brave and the Bold is that we don't want to cloud the Batsphere with another Batman project. That is significantly different than what he announced at the slate. And that to me makes me believe something's changed behind the scenes. And then with the context of him going back and forth with Matt Reeves, going through the script for the Batman 2 to make sure they're not stepping on each other's toes and saying, I don't want to cloud the Batsphere. And then the delays with Muschietti and the writer. I really feel something behind the scenes is they're like, don't mess with Batman right now. And if anything, you might get a cameo.
Was it when they were still unclear where Matt Reeves was? You know, he had some personal issues and all that kind of thing.
When they made the slate announcement, the Penguin was starting to film.
Okay.
And then Matt Reeves did not
started having his personal issues. So maybe
these all allegedly. We don't know for sure, but there's a lot of rumors about stuff behind the scenes and delays. So something significantly changed. I feel we'll be lucky to get the next Superman movie. If he continues forever, I'm okay with that too. I don't care either way. I don't care if Zack Snyder comes back, if Gunverse continues. I just am happy to get anything, and I hope it's good. But nothing's been exciting me. The Lanterns didn't excite me. Supergirl was okay. I'm more excited now about, and I was saying I was more excited about Supergirl than the sequel to Superman. Now I'm switched. I want to see I hope they could start filming Superman Man of Tomorrow to see what he's got in store for the next part of DC. But the Lanterns didn't ignite my fire for DC right now. It didn't. I watched the trailers. It's like, okay,
It was.
I'll-
I'm surprised Gunn released that. To be honest with you, like, okay, I'm not going to crap on the trailer. Like, I used to be like, the casting is very good. Okay, both of them, it's good casting. And I used to be, the casting is good. The show can't be bad. But then a show called Secret Wars came out, or Secret Invasion. Sorry, with Samuel L. Jackson and what's his name, the guy who played Dusty, whatever. He was in Boogie Nights and all that. Anyway, great casting, and then the show was terrible. It wasn't an exciting trailer, but you know, again, it's not enough for me to give up on it. I'm going to watch the show, and a lot of people are still going to watch the show.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm just not excited. It's these trailers and promotional materials are supposed to get you excited. You know, I'm not excited about it. That's all.
Yeah, it's like grumpy old man with the young upstart. But go ahead, Rhea. Sorry.
I was gonna say earlier, like when it comes to trailers, teasers, like I see it more as just like awareness now. Like I'm aware that these things are on the way. Like it doesn't have to be objectively, like I can acknowledge that yes, I heard about this thing. And I can I can still talk about it. I can still have discourse with folks about, you know, oh yeah, I noticed this, like, oh yeah, I know that reference. Oh, this actor's in it. They seem to, you know, capture the character or whatever. Um yeah, I guess like I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if it's a hype driver. Like Max, to your point, like for me anyway. Seldom when I do, you know, cover like you know trailer drops or whatever. I'm more or less just relaying what happens in the trailer. I think a lot of us do too when we react, and yeah, I kind of just see it more as a requirement now almost to have to talk about things, which kind of got exhausting for me personally. Like, I don't go out of my way to watch trailers. I mean, if it's like, let's say like discussing film shares the trailer and I can easily watch it on my phone on X, I'll be like, okay, yeah, that looks cool. Like I'm aware of how what the aesthetic is that they're going for, cinematography, this actor and that actor in it, you know, costume design, all this stuff, music, score. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. All right, moving on. So yeah, I don't know. It's it also feels kind of like a checklist sometimes where we're looking for story beats and something that kind of invokes that, you know, mid 2020s sort of style of filmmaking that kind of has these emotional beats within the teaser that it goes through some sort of like introduction of a character and then like some hype build up into, you know, giving you essentially like a condensed story that you don't even really have to watch the movie to get, you know, an idea of like where the plot is going to go. So or like yeah, so I guess like my point is that kind of takes away from like the hype as well when you kind of can, you know, discern exactly what the final, you know, product is out the gate from these from all of the different, you know, forms of content that are coming out for every project. So I think that kind of feeds into, you know, the how my excitement has diffused over the past like couple years or so, because I can kind of tell what's going to happen in a lot of like these IP films that we watch or TV shows, and I kind of go out of my way to watch other styles of films, like either be dramas or other fantasy type films or horror. There's a little bit more I guess intrigue there, and a little bit more experimentation, and yeah, I guess like my whole spiel that I was like getting at is sometimes like the inundation of content all within like a specific genre, it does start to feel homogenized. So I guess like that's sort of where I'm at personally.
Yeah. And with that trailer, like it's kind of like dreary and dusky and it's not colorful. It's not very James Gunn. And I hope to God they're not doing a thing where like this trope where Hal Jordan is depressed, a grumpy old man, and then this new young upstart makes him find his passion. And then later on in the season, you start seeing the color. If they're doing that, like that is cheese, man. Like that is.
I think that's likely to happen.
Oh God.
And unfortunately, I don't think Hal's going to last long, season 1 or season 2 either.
Hal?
So once so once he starts getting a little bit upbeat and getting a little more optimistic, they're going to take him out. Seems like
he might sacrifice himself or something
Yes.
like that. So you've shown me, you reminded me what it was to be a lantern or something.
yes, that
Like that.
type
Oh
of
God, come on.
See, you can already see it. You can already see it.
Oh no.
This
Well,
stuff
I never thought about it until we were talking right now. This is the banter section, everybody. See, we figured it out. So God,
Well, I
golly,
will.
that's
Is
terrible.
Nathan Guy Gardner in this series too?
Well, I would imagine James Gunn will want him to make a cameo.
Yeah, so that might lighten it up because I actually do really like Guy Gardner now, which I never thought I would utter those words.
Same. Like I think they used just enough of him peppered into the movie, and we kind of, at least for me personally, I went in just kind of knowing generally, okay, his character is supposed to be obnoxious and annoying. We're supposed to like dislike him generally, but the way that they kind of
Made him a hero at the end.
yeah, they kind of made him into like this
Likeable.
yeah, and then I started to learn more about his character where like, oh, he's actually more like he follows code of the Green Lanterns a little bit more. He's more committed to it than sometimes John and Hal kind of go outside of the rules, and they still get the job done. The ends justify the means, but yeah, I dig him as, you know, another character that we should be seeing in the show. That's the one thing that I can say would be interesting is how tonally his character is going to be integrated in whatever capacity in Lanterns. So that's something.
Yeah. Let me get to Rational's other super chat, $2. SAG may strike, so expect films to be delayed. Thank you for the support, Rational. I respect anyone's right to strike, and I'm for unions. At the same point, and they always say there's never a good time to strike. This will be brutal if they go through with the strike now with AI. You're just making it easier for them to replace certain things. I'm sorry.
I thought there was some sort of agreement where they would disclose or they would source from data that is agreed upon by the owner to be used for that purpose, or has that, you know, not gone into play and now they're striking again?
I thought they put. I have to revisit the last strike, the compromise. I think they put it off for a few years to renegotiate later. They put a few things off. I don't know which ones were decided or not. I just overall, without going into all the exact details, I think I respect Screen Actors Guild's right to strike. I'm with them, but I think it's going to be brutal for them and the industry too, especially the way the industry's going. The mergers are not just happening with Warner Brothers. It's getting worse and worse, and all of these delays in content is just, we're going to have less. I do believe you're going to have less jobs to come back to with another strike. And I think it's going to create more opportunities for, instead of a supplement to existing workers, to replace workers, in my opinion. But I mean, we'll see. The entertainment industry is rapidly changing right now. There's been good uses of AI. Well, any AI, sometimes people are like, no, I don't want it. But Seth MacFarlane's already used it in the season 2 of Ted. He said the CGI and everything was really weird, so they used an AI version of Bill Clinton with Seth MacFarlane doing the voice.
Why wouldn't you use AI now over CGI? CGI is expensive. AI is cheaper.
Well, just let me bring up Rod of the Hutt. That people are gonna be like, Max has still always been negative about Star Wars since The Last Jedi. No, this does not look great to me. Like a weird Jabba the Hutt
Well, it's an interesting concept, right, Max? We're used to seeing a
No,
blob that can't move, and
I'm telling you, the special
job.
edition Job of the Hutt was not looking better, but almost as good as this. This is like like, why are people? I don't know anyone that's excited about this character.
It looks like in this image, it looks like a QuickTime event for a PS2 game, a late era PS2 game.
Right. You know who Jeremy Allen is? Does everyone know that? The actor? He's a really hot actor.
all that kind of stuff.
No, I said you get him and you make him a blob. I'm sorry, a blob alien.
You think that he'd be like a perfect rogue or something?
Yes.
Like yeah, he would have been perfect for that.
And I'm sort of disappointed in him for accepting this role. Like,
holy crap, that does look like Battletoads. You're 100% right, Midnight.
Oh man.
Holy crap, good for you. That's the comment of the night. Wow.
Yeah, if I was Jeremy Allen, I'd be like, can't you give something better than this? Man, like, I'm wanting the Mandalorian Grogu movie to succeed. I love the first couple seasons of Mandalorian. I even like Mandalorian season 3. So much time has passed. There's no fire behind this IP now. Besides Mandalorian, let alone Star Wars.
They better tease a Luke Skywalker appearance in this Mandalorian movie, or I think it's going to have a hard time breaking 500 million. If it does, even 400 to 500. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't feel the hype for it.
Yeah, I think the Pascal wave of a couple years ago has also sort of died down too. Yeah, we were in a Pascal-essence for a period of time, but it kind of, sailed away. That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's funny. The last trailer, they made a point of showing him without the helmet, right? Just to let, hey, everybody who loves Pedro, he's in this movie. Poppy Pedro's in it. Come on.
Yeah.
Poppy Pedro.
That's what they call it.
So Jon Favreau teases that Rada's in top form, fighting in the pits, a gladiator of sorts. He's added that Rada is trying to get out of their shadow. Drop the head shadow. It's a big shadow. When you're trying to establish yourself and your name is famous, when you're Jabba the Hutt's kid, what does that do? How does that affect his trajectory? Not everyone needs a freaking kid storyline. Jabba the Hutt's kid, I'm like, maybe I will like it. I don't think
he would have kids.
Did we see Rancor or like in Mandalorian?
Yeah.
We did? Oh, cool. Yeah. I want to see
Rancor was in Mandalorian season 3.
Okay.
Here's a closer look. I mean, maybe I don't know. Am I being too hard? I don't want abs on. This is so weird. This is not cool.
This is consistent with Star Wars lore. Okay, that not all Jabba or Hutts are complete slobs like Jabba is. You know what I mean? So, yeah, whatever. I don't have a problem with this. I mean, it's interesting that they paid that actor a lot of money for this role. You know what I mean?
This just proves to me all the the anti-AI people, the anti-AI fanboys that love to fan out for corporations and IP holders and executives to say that everything AI is slop. This is slop to me. Besides AI, I think AI could do a better version of this, and I think you're coping. I think people are coping with this because when I look at this, I'm like, I think AI could do something cooler than this. Honestly,
Sean thinks that. Sean, you think that this movie is going to break 650? I don't think so.
I don't know.
There's enough hype around it, man. But hey, you never know. It is Star Wars. It is. And Dave Filoni came out with a comment saying this is like when The Force Awakens came out because there was such a break between Star Wars movies that people will come for a Star Wars movie. I wonder if they will. It'll be fascinating to see if they will.
I mean, I've said I'm not like boycotting current projects. I'm checked out. I'm going more off the grid. I'm actually my channel. Do you know what the best retention show is? No offense to us, Voltaire, for the mic drop. The best retention show is my Tape Hunter series. What's that?
People have no taste, obviously.
So I'm going more retro. I'm not giving into FOMO, and I'm not just opening my wallet and subscribing out of loyalty. that these companies are going to do right by their workers. I'm going a la carte. If something looks really good, I'll go to the theater then. I'm not going to the theater for everything.
You're gonna
I'm
go.
not giving it to. I'm not giving it to phone. I still don't know if I want to. It's
Yeah,
not
Max,
like
it's
I don't even care enough to not. I don't even care
now.
for this project. I don't even care enough to say I'm not going. I'm just like, if it looks better, I might go. Or if my wife wants to go, I might go. But honestly, neither one of us care right now about this. I tried to get my wife back into Superman and in superhero comics. In Superman, she was like, yeah, I'm sitting out again. Maybe Doomsday, the trailer, will get her excited again. I don't know. And we're not a Marvel or DC household. We're both. We like both. It's just they're not exciting.
So, and what Sean is saying, that I think he kind of let slip in an interview several months ago that this character has more to do in the movie than you think from the teasers. So I do think they paid him, and I do think he's in the movie for more than what you would think he is. It's not just a couple.
Okay, maybe I'll if I decide to go to the movie, if it's something hooks me and I really like this character, I will say, you know what, I apologize. It's a fun character.
It's
right now.
Sorry, go ahead, Max.
Right now, it just does not excite me.
So what you got to think is for the general public, like they're focusing on, oh, Yoda, he's a cute baby. It's a baby Yoda. He's so cute.
I'm done with that.
You are right, but little kids maybe they'll reignite their passion for it. Middle-aged women at the water cooler at their offices, they loved it too. You know what I mean? So. Oh, look at the baby. He's making things move. You know, it might happen. You never know.
It's worn off. I think it really has worn off with the general public. Like, I think people were over Grogu. It was cute for a while. Then when he was going to have an arc where he was going to be taken in by Luke Skywalker and maybe trained with some Callie, please, and trained with some Force abilities. And then they just said, you know what? Let's just have him tag along with Mandalorian and be cute. You know, that's where you could tell the switch were like, oh, he's too popular. We just got to put him in everything and be cute.
Well, look at the baby touching the buttons when he's not supposed
to. It was cute for a while.
Stuff. People love that.
It was cute for a while. Now you're like, no, Grogu, stop it. I would love if Mandalorian, that would be different. If he's like, no, I've told you.
He becomes an abusive parent?
No, not abusive. No means no, Grogu. I'm going to take you back to Luke.
It gives him a timeout and stuff. Okay,
yeah.
So, like, I guess for me, now that y'all are talking about Grogu, I love that they still use puppets and animatronics. I think if this new Hutt character, Jabba's son, was more, I don't know if like there will be use of puppetry or animatronics and stuff that kind of adds to that feeling of classic Star Wars, I think. And it kind of does help with the immersion, believe it or not. Like it's just something for me that I can actually buy into, that I can appreciate, and it does make it feel a little bit more cohesive to
did you watch season 3 of The Mandalorian, Rhea?
I did. I think I checked out, or it didn't retain too much because it was just Monster of the Week. After a while,
some of the puppet stuff with Baby Yoda looked terrible. Quite honestly, he was jumping around and all that. But yeah, your point is valid, though. It's charming in a way when they do that stuff.
They literally looks. They got to keep Henson Company, involved, or else it'll get sloppy.
It literally looked like they passed the football one time. It looks like they threw the puppet to someone else. I do respect that they use the puppet still. Yes, I just the freshness of Grogu was worn off on me, and I just he's still cute. I think he even got a little bit of this what Hollywood does is they just find something and then they beat it to death with, like, they want for instance, I forget his name, Crypto. I thought Crypto was going to be core, and then they're putting Crypto in everything, and then there's Baby Crypto. And of course, there's Baby Crypto in the Superman trailer. It just seems like they're trying hard for this stuff. We have a question from Paula. Let me see. Paula, do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? I think Keanu Reeves really tries hard with whatever role. I don't know enough about the character,
That's been a fan casting
Yeah.
wish for many years, and yeah, he'd be great if they did it. But again, it's the writing and all that kind of thing.
I've heard that Aboleth might be coming to Ahsoka season 2, and Natalie Portman might be returning as Padme, and Aboleth will take her form to deceive Anakin. That's interesting. I am looking forward to Ahsoka season 2, more so than the Mandalorian movie.
So the Mandalorian, the real trailer, whatever. They're going to release another trailer before it comes out. Obviously, it better have some Jedi action in it, or else I have a bad feeling for this film.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh,
Sean's right. Keanu's 62 years old. I don't know how many more movies he's going to make like that.
What do you mean there? He's going to make a movie.
Revan wears a mask, so he'd be okay.
True. Yeah, he'll be all right. As long as he doesn't have to do he said the John Wick franchise killed his body. As long as he can do you know what? He might be one of the ones that signs on to use this is a perfect example. Why, if you have a 62-year-old Keanu Reeves and you get him for a movie, why would you not just say, okay, let my AI do some of the dirty work instead of and I hate to say that's going to put some stunt people out of business, out of work. But honestly, in a certain situation, it makes sense. Keanu Reeves, okay, I could hurt my knees and shoulders and all this other thing, or you can use the AI version of me.
Stunt people are going to have a problem with AI, okay? Because there's no insurance, there's no risk of injury. Of course, they're going to start doing that stuff with AI once it gets good enough for it.
It's like anything else. I don't think that's going to erase stunt work altogether. I believe that there'll be a premium and it'll be promoted that this was for instance, Tom Cruise is going to say we used authentic stunt people for the Mission Impossible 20. Even though it's supposed to be the final one, you're going to have people like that, and there's going to be maybe a premium on that experience, and I'm willing to pay for a premium experience with people that do that hard work. But there's going to be other scenarios where the actors will be like, I don't want to kill my back, just when the AI is probably going to look almost as good.
My knees are sore.
Right.
Yeah.
What did anyone see the other image on here? I heard a brutal review of The Bride. I haven't. Has anyone watched The Bride or interested in this movie?
Oh, I was.
Oh, you were?
I actually got a free ticket to go see it, but I missed that showing.
Oh, okay. There was another YouTuber, Midnight Movie.
Well, I heard this is a very good movie. Is this the?
You heard it was good? All right.
Christian Bale movie? Is this a Christian Bale one?
Yeah, the Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very good from the people I know who've seen it. But they're hipsters. I have a few hipster friends who really loved it. They saw it and they were raving about it.
I mean, Oh, okay. Larry Korkowitz. This is Larry, his other user. He's psyched for The Bride. Okay. Maybe I misspoke. I've heard some really brutal things that it's the one review I have to get he has a YouTube channel, Midnight Movie Talk. It's similar to mine. That's why. And he said it's so bad that it's one of those films that makes people not want to go back to the theater. He said it was that bad. That's why I was like, really? Oh yeah. I heard the first cut was great and then it got edited to shit. Wow. Oh, thank you, Voltaire. Let me bring that up here. Oh, I'm not prepared tonight.
I actually really liked the actress, so that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to go see this movie too. Jessie Buckley, I think her name is. She was really good as Anne Hathaway in Hamnet. So that was the William Shakespeare and his family, movie, and she plays the his wife and mother of the children and stuff like that. So yeah, that actress, I feel like if nothing else, she'll bring the thunder for her character, but then as far as the actual, then everything else around her,
it's Christian Bale, right?
I'll be right back. Callie's throwing a fit. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it is Christian Bale. I wasn't 100% sure how much we would see of both of them, but it did kind of feel like a Bonnie and Clyde sort of vibe, especially like with the time frame that they're aiming for. It looked like they were going for somewhere between like the 20s or 40s, probably closer to the 20s because they do have a lot of uh, early golden era cinema stuff in it, so, or references in it, especially like the original uh Bride of Frankenstein movie, or was that the 40s? I
I
forget.
don't
Like,
know when the original was. So that's what this is. It is indeed a Bride of Frankenstein movie. Like I don't know anything about it other than my hipster friend said they loved it who watched it the other night.
yeah,
Your hipster.
I mean, it doesn't even like really. It didn't give hipster or indie to me at all. It was just highly
Okay.
stylized. Especially like the trailer. I saw the trailer a few times when I was heavy watching a bunch of new movies that came out late last year, and yeah, it came off as like the trailer itself. It felt like it was kind of chopped by like a music video sort of like trailer instead of perhaps what the movie actually came out to be. So
Interesting.
yeah, I'd like to see it based off of
Okay.
what I saw in the trailer. I don't know if there was like, a bait and switch thing that people are referring to though.
Mm.
Yeah, so my personal take from it is I haven't been hooked by the PR and the trailers, and then I mean, I guess I could get swayed by other people, other social media influencers. The way he presented it, it's like it's so bad based on my initial reaction of what I'm looking at the trailers and what he said was it's so bad it makes people not want to go to the movies. Like,
Really? Wow.
yeah, but I think that's one I'll wait till streaming. I'll check it out when it's on streaming. But I hope it's good. I hope it's a unique take.
You know what makes me sad too now that we're talking about it? I haven't heard anyone talk about Wuthering Heights, and that's the Margot Robbie and
mhm.
Jacob Elordi, the guy
Jacob
who
Elordi.
played the creation in Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein last year. So I was
Hmm.
excited for him, and of course Margot. Like, if I see Margot starring in anything, you have my attention. So it's also based on that a book as well. What, like, I forget like what era it was released in, but anyway, it's like loosely based on it from what I hear. Like, it's related in name only for a lot of folks who are fans of the
Okay.
book. But yeah, I haven't heard too much feedback around that film, whether or not it was good or not.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming like no one talking about it is not good. So
No,
yeah.
even if it's not, even if it's negative, people not talking about that's actually the worst when people don't have like even an opinion on it, or just like it just goes under the radar. And Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, those are big names too. I would think it more. I've actually recently become a Jacob Elordi supporter. I recently watched Saltburn. He did really amazing in that. So
I
I'm
love that
see
film.
that's what I'm talking about. Not even like completely retro. I'm just not giving into FOMO and I'll get the stuff when I hear it's really good. I watched Saltburn. I've been watching Black Mirror. I also watched the new season of Game of Thrones is great.
What
I
the
don't.
Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Oh yeah, it's very different. It's not. I don't
Yeah,
like love it completely, but
that's very good. That's great.
the twist is so good that I'm so on board when I mean, people. I guess saying a twist is kind of a spoiler, but the twist is so great that I'm like so on board with it, and I hope they get to make a season 2. So
That's
I'm just.
no. They're making it, Max. So that's a good segue into our next topic, right?
Mhm.
That I sent you on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
So they are making a season 2, and they'll make a season 3. So Max is talking about the Dunk and Egg stories, the Song of Ice and Fire. These are much more grounded. There's no dragons in it or anything like that. And people love the first season so far. No spoilers, obviously. But there are graphic novels and there's the regular books if you want to read those, if you don't want to wait. But they are making season 2. They've released casting for it. And they've made some interesting choices on the casting that some people are complaining about. But Did you have that?
Oh, you want me to bring it up? I'm sorry, I'm sleeping on.
Yeah, you are sleeping.
I was like, yeah. Hold on, let me bring that up here.
Oh.
All right.
I forgot it's like 1 a.m. for Max.
Oh, here it is. All right, let me bring this up. I'm bringing it up now. Game of Thrones is an IP that's had some shaky ground at the end of the first series, but I think they've turned the corner and people are really enjoying most of their series. Let me see here. I gotta take down some of this stuff. I'm rusty. Yeah. First castings for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms season 2. Lucy Boynton as Lady Rohan of Cold Moat.
I don't know who she is. I don't know if either of you are familiar with her work. I'm not.
Babu Cisse as Serbenus of the Brown Shield.
You'll notice him from Alien Earth.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Peter Mullen as Sir Eustace Osgrey of Standfast and the Reach.
You've seen him in like supporting roles before. No big deal.
Yeah. Right away, it's going to be the typical online outrage. I don't want to get too much into it because it's race swapping a character. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter as long as it's well executed. If they race swap or gender swap characters, there's been some really amazing ones in the history of entertainment. That's
not relevant, especially when we're in a Westeros is a fantasy world, everybody. So it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? And they've already done this. House of the Dragons has put people of color in roles that you wouldn't expect people of color in. So this has happened before. The interesting thing is, because I've read the comics and I've read the books, the character he's playing is known as the Brown Knight.
Okay.
And he's a villain.
All right.
Not even a cool villain. He's like a jerk in the book. And his nickname is the Brown Stench. And that's from the book. That's not from me. So it's an interesting casting choice. So it's going to cause some.
That makes me upset because it's gonna bring on all this stuff to the actor and the character, and like all this unneeded stuff is going to be discussed. I don't know what to think about. I don't have enough context because I didn't read the story. I hope they're doing what's right for the character and the actor and everything. Ultimately, a good show is gonna.
He's a very good actor, by the way. If you watch Alien Earth, he played a really good role in it.
Yeah.
And he's a good actor. It's interesting casting.
Yeah, we already can hear the talking points online. I'm like, oh boy.
Correct. Just cut the noise out, everybody. They did it very well. House of Dragons, they did it seamlessly. In my opinion, some people, the usual cast of characters complained about it, but it didn't take away from the story, and they had good actors in it. It's going to be the same here. It's just interesting that this is a negative character.
I'm actually glad we covered it because I didn't realize that. I'm like, where did I see it? That was from Alien Earth. We saw this actor, and he did a really good job. Yes, okay. So I'm more excited that I have a reference point. And I've seen this guy on the bottom before doing a good job. I have no idea. I have no idea where I've seen this lady acting. I have no idea.
No.
So, but
anyway, if you haven't watched The Knight of Seven Kingdoms, you don't need to have watched any other Game of Thrones for the most part. It's really good, everybody. It's nice. The episodes are short. They're like 25 minutes because the books are short for this thing. And it's like 6 episodes. And Max, how far along are you in it?
Well, there's only 6. I finished it. 6 episodes. It was great. It was refreshing. It was different. There's some gross stuff in it, like that. I'm like, I don't need to see that. But ultimately, the story and the characters are so endearing. Like Dunk, and then the kid. Oh, they're some of the best characters. So you really root for these characters.
Yeah.
Dunk and what's the kid's name?
Egg.
Dunk and Egg.
Yeah.
Dunk and Egg are a great combo. It's so worth watching. I highly recommend. And that's the thing. We're talking about like a ripped Job of the Hutt, and we're talking about some other IP and Lanterns, and I'm like, But when you get to this, it's exciting, fresh, and fun. It's got a unique, unique characters they just feel different. So I would highly recommend Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm really looking forward to season 2. Actually, I loved House of Dragons season 1. Season 2 was just rough. It wasn't bad. It's just, it was not. They had something really special in season 1. I'm more looking forward to Seven Kingdoms season 2 than House of Dragons season 3.
2 of House of Dragons is coming out in June. Season 3, sorry. And based, because I've read the books, there should be, look, I don't know how, see, this is where like the CGI is what makes these movies hard. This is where AI will help them. There's a lot of dragon fighting. There should be a lot of dragon fighting in season 3, so it should be good. So yeah, but if you some people are turned off by Game of Thrones, they hear dragons and magic and they're just not into it. A Song of A Song of Ice and Fire, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, there's no magic in it, so maybe give it a chance if you haven't watched it, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Galactus, one of my favorite viewers.
Oh, hi, Galactus.
should go see Undertone on Friday the 13th. Should be spooky. I got to watch the trailer for that. I've been hearing consistently about Undertone. Again, I love superhero genres. I would take those over horror movies, but the horror movies seem a little fresher. Like I got to see the take on that. I got to look. It's been like playing in the background on ads, and I've been hearing people talk about it, so I got to check that one out. But ultimately, when you have Black Mirror on Netflix right now, I'm like, anything else that's coming out, I'm like, go watch that. I was blown away by some of these episodes. And the episodes, they were made years ago, they're aging really well because there's a lot of stuff about AI and social media in Black Mirror, and it's like a mind F. Really good episodes. They're like mini movies. I'm going back with my friend to watch them with her, and she's like, no, you got to see this episode. I want to see them all, but she's like having me go to the best episodes. Definitely highly recommend that.
Did you watch the one with the kid who's like doing bad stuff behind the scenes?
No.
Okay.
You'll have to tell me which one that is.
The most famous episode. I'm surprised she didn't direct you to that.
I watched the Miley Cyrus one, which was kind of cool because she plays
yeah. I like her renditions of the 9 Inch Nails songs.
Yeah. I'm trying to think the other ones.
Bryce Dallas Howard does a good episode.
Oh yes, the Bryce Dallas. I'm a huge fan of hers to begin with. She's a very talented and beautiful lady. I've always been a fan of her. Mm-hmm. I hope she gets to direct more. I want her to direct Star Wars.
Yeah, she's excellent.
Yeah, Black Mirror. Yes, it was my friend. It was over the one of the holidays. We're like, what should we watch on Netflix? And I just got hooked. Mm-hmm. Black Mirror is incredible, really, and it's still going. It's still going. It's like,
and also, everybody, there are some things coming out that should be excited about. So if you watch Invincible, I don't know, some people don't like animation, but Invincible season 4 is coming out. And it's coming out March 18th. So that's right around the corner. And it should be really good if you're into that kind of thing. And then beyond that, we have The Boys season 5 coming out in May, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Or April.
Yeah,
April.
The Boys final season.
The final season of The Boys in April. So there's some stuff coming.
I never finished last season.
Last season wasn't good.
I kind of like, but I tried. I started and I did. Do you watch all The Boys, Rhea?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I do want to see it complete.
I didn't watch Gen V, or I tried to watch it for a couple episodes or so. I just didn't get into it. I did like that they kind of tied it into The Boys a little bit, as far as like a couple of the characters, and I was like, okay, that's all the catch up I need to know. Like these characters in Gen V end up, somehow integrated into the plot, and that's where we're at right now. So yeah.
All right, cool. I'll give it another shot. I really like the first season with Soldier Boy, Jensen Ackles, and then I don't know. This last season wasn't horrible or anything. I just fell off. I also want to get to the gifted memberships by my pal Voltaire. Thank you so much. Sean O'Rourke was gifted a membership. Simon Says was gifted a membership. Damon Genie was gifted a membership. Ross the Carp and Frank B6621. Thank you, Voltaire. Really appreciate it. And I also want to get to. We're not going to go too much longer. I do want to cover the Nintendo leak though, because I'm really excited about that. People don't believe me. They think I'm a Nintendo fanboy now. I was not going to get the Switch 2 until I saw what they presented. I still play my Switch 2. I play that more than my PlayStation or Xbox. I've given up on Xbox, and they're going to have. Do you know when they're doing the Direct next? Is it March 10th, Mario 10 or something they do? I think they do something like that. There's an anniversary coming up. I think there's going to be.
I wasn't sure. I thought you were going to share some news on that.
Yeah, I'm going to share. This may be a potential leak. This would be the next Mario game. Let me get your thoughts on this. I recently went back and played Mario Odyssey, and I really, really enjoyed it. The first time I played it, I didn't click for me. The second time I played it, I went all the way through. I didn't do all the extra levels and stuff once you beat it. But this looks like it's the sequel to Mario Odyssey. Let me see what it's called, what they're saying it's called here. I think it's in one of the images. So I believe you could take on superpowers. Mario Super. They're all wearing capes. Mario's had a cape before. There's Bowser. I think this is legit. I don't think anyone. I mean, it's possible a fan can make this, but it seems.
Figure drawing says they're all fake.
Super Mario Titans. You think it's fake? Figure drawing?
Figure drawing says it is. I don't know.
I see figure drawing is so anti-AI that anything figure drawing disagrees with just assumes it's AI slop. It's possible.
I kind of see where Figure's coming from.
Okay.
They may know that it's for sure fake, but in my opinion, it kind of just looks like Super Mario Odyssey DLC. You know,
okay.
It doesn't give Switch 2 is what I'm trying to say. Like it
doesn't give Switch 2 vibes. Okay,
no, not to me personally.
Figure drawing's going to bet me $50. I was excited. I mean, I'm not excited about this if it's just, you know what this might be. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say, Rhea. It's not the sequel to Mario Odyssey. It's Mario Odyssey Switch 2 edition with added stuff.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. But where's Cappy?
I don't know. I don't know. But you know how they do the Switch 2 edition little mini game? So that is where I'm trying to save myself saying this is still legit. Mario Titans, I believe, is this. What is this little super? I don't know. That makes me question it now. That little super thing right there. If this is not fake, I think it's the Mario Odyssey Switch 2 edition with superhero stuff, but no Cappy, which it is weird. Okay.
That doesn't make me happy. No,
that doesn't make you happy. Oh man. Okay, I was excited about this. Okay. Last line, it'll be like Switch 1 if that's the graphics. Odyssey has a free Switch 2 upgrade, so that'd be weird for them to do, but maybe to sell a Switch 2 edition. I don't know. They are doing things for Mario. There's a Mario anniversary. They had all kind of Mario discounts. Look out March 10th. What day is the 10th? That is next Tuesday for Nintendo Direct. Hopefully we'll get details. Everyone, the chat and the panel is telling me this is fake. Voltaire, you're a huge Nintendo stockholder. No, I'm just kidding. Do you think this is fake now based on our conversation? I was like, okay, this looks fun.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I wish Nintendo, if it was fake, I wish Nintendo would, if these were tweeted, I wish Nintendo would say these are fake. You know what I mean?
If it was really something Nintendo, they might do a cease and desist to get it taken down. It's still up. That might be proof that it's fake. I don't know. It's very plausible that if something Nintendo wanted to keep under wraps, that they will do a cease and desist. What the hell are you doing, dog? You need a bath. Oh God. She was running and I'm not even showing oh boy, you need a bath. Yeah. Well, thanks for the membership. Cal says, see you next Tuesday. Thank you, Cal. Okay, so no excitement there. What do you want to see from the Direct then? For the next, then what do you want to see from Nintendo for Mario then? It's a true next gen Switch 2 Mario sequel.
No, I can see them making like another spin-off, maybe like a Yoshi
Alec, come here.
game, another Yarn game like they've done before with Yoshi or even Kirby, but I understand like, it's going to be Mario centric. Maybe like a sequel to Super Mario Sunshine, like maybe they'll since they already released it on physical for Switch 1 previously. I forget if they made it available on Nintendo Switch Online or not, but a sequel would be cool. Or even if they haven't already put it on Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh yes, I would be all for a sequel to Sunshine. I think that's one of the most underrated Mario game. It was so fun when it came out. I love the jetpack. I think there's a lot of cool elements that you could. I prefer the jetpack, the water pack, to the Cappy. Honestly, as a Mario game mechanic.
Oh, more Mario Kart World DLC, more character drops, something.
Oh yeah, I still got it. We still got to play Mario Kart World. I know you've played and I've played, but we haven't tried. We got to connect with Mint. Oh, she doesn't have a Switch 2 yet though. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah. I'm working on getting like my capture card and OBS back up because I think if I were to connect video through OBS to StreamYard, it will be less laggy and higher quality than if I try to put my Elgato capture card through StreamYard. Like off in the past, like it was really laggy and low quality, but yeah, I'm figuring it out. So yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, cool. I've had a lot of people seem to drop off the new Mario Kart though. To be fair.
I mean, there's only so much content, and then you kind of have to the grind to unlock all the skins. It kind of gets a little old, after you get all of the cups in the mainline, story, and then you go on the knockout tour or whatever of getting first place after racing through all like what is it, like 10 tracks or like a group of tracks where you kind of have to make sure that you stay in a certain place in order to continue to rank up. After you do that, it's all just unlockables, so I can kind of see how it's just like there's some a drop off in interest a little bit, but I still love the game. I think it's I think it's like one of the best designed racing games ever. I still think Crash Nitro Fueled is my pick for my favorite kart racer, but I can acknowledge that Super Mario Mario Kart World is right up there, if not like the best entry for sure.
I'm really kind of disappointed in the new Sonic one. I play it occasionally, but it just the mechanic of going through different worlds each lap, it makes like everything feel unmemorable. It just the track segments are just like, oh, here's the gimmick, you go to another world, but the tracks aren't very good. Let's few more quick topics. I will say this, Rational. Thoughts on Callie, come here, please, Callie, come here. Rational Skeptic, $2. Thoughts on the new Xbox Project Helix. I will say this. I think Phil Spencer became a worse executive than Kathy Kennedy, and that's saying a lot. I give Kathy Kennedy a lot of respect for being a producer. Wow. Everyone attacks me all the time. I rate her on her success as president of Lucasfilm. Phil Spencer was disastrous for the IP. He got backwards compatibility, so he's gone. They've done so much to hurt their IP, the Xbox branding. They've laid off workers while raising the prices. If they raise prices and then they maybe kept on some of these people, it's been a bloodbath over at Microsoft. The project's canceled. And then I do not want to get political on this show, but this Bill Gates being in a certain list, it makes me even less likely to support an Xbox. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I'm disconnecting from corporations so much that have ties to that. I don't know. Nothing's proven, but I don't like what's coming out of Bill Gates. I don't like what's happening with Xbox. I'm so unlikely to support the next Xbox. I will go, and I love Xbox, the history of it. I will go Nintendo, PlayStation, and I'm not giving into FOMO. I'm going to come around when there's some good IP. I've been burned too much. The last time, the Perfect Dark being canceled, I love the Perfect Dark franchise. It's like James Bond. They could have had a, everyone's saying a female James Bond. You have one in Joanna Dark, and Microsoft tried to do a Halo series, and that didn't do well. It would be perfect to do a live action Perfect Dark movie or series, and they canceled that project just like everything else. So I very unlikely that I will support the next Xbox unless it blows my socks off. But I just don't even really want to support Microsoft at this time based on a lot of factors. And that's why I'm disconnecting from a lot of companies. I'm not saying I will boycott them, but I'll come around when you show me something good and there are people and talent attached to the project that I want to support. That's how I'm going to go about it. Next Xbox, when they just fired a CEO and they're saying Project Helix does nothing for me rational. It just honestly doesn't.
Really?
No, it doesn't. I mean, okay, you burned so many bridges so far. The branding sucks right now. The IP, they're not. That's why I'm probably going to buy Nintendo stock. They've treated their IP good. They don't release subpar games, and then I wish they went back to their well of IP more, but they're more consistent than Microsoft or Sony even. Sony keeps going back to God of War, but other than that, there's a lot of IP they leave just languishing there without new entries. But Nintendo's the best at it, and they've had better success translating their stuff to live action and theme parks and all that. Okay, so I wanted to bring this up real quick, and then any other topic that you two want to cover, we'll cover.
You gotta bring up that God of War picture.
Oh, okay, I gotta find it. Okay, the Mummy 4 director. I love Brendan. People said in the past that I kind of look like Brendan Fraser. I don't know.
Sure, why not?
I've also recently watched Blast from the Past again. That movie actually holds up. I watched it with my friend. Was from one of her favorite movies growing up, Blast from the Past. So Brendan Fraser is coming back for the Mummy 4. The Mummy 4 directors say Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz won't return unless they love the script. Bullshit. This is just PR. We hear this every time. He came back for Mummy 3, which I actually like Mummy 3 because it has Jet Li in it. It's not perfect, but it's fun. And they're disregarding Mummy 3. And I'm sorry, I love Brendan Fraser too, but he'll show up for a paycheck. I'm sorry. Rachel Weisz, maybe Rachel Weisz because she didn't show up for the third minute.
They're both showing up. Trust me.
Yeah, they're showing up regardless. But when you hear from Hollywood, we're not going to come unless the script is good. I'm like, we're already hearing about this because you already basically signed on. I'm tired of that PR. We're only gonna, if it's good, we're gonna show up. Okay,
and we want them back, but like this bravado, if the script is good, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
That means the script is good. They're coming back.
Okay, sure. You have any love of the Mummy franchise, Voltaire, Rhea?
Oh, so I never really I was scared of the Mummy or getting into the Mummy as a kid because that whole scarab going into the guy's under his skin. I was like,
that was a good scene.
That was horrifying to me as a kid. So I was just like, nope, hard pass.
Yeah, I like the movies. I didn't go crazy for them, but yeah.
I'm happy they're coming back. It's better than them going off of the Tom Cruise reboot of the Mummy that was really boring. Lots of people, Cheeseman. It was before my Big Mac obsession, okay? You don't see, I mean, my hair's a mess now, but I had that hair too in the 90s. You don't see it without the goatee? I don't care. I was told that. But yeah, I also want to do like stacks of VHS movies, a Brendan Fraser collection, and go through hidden gems of Brendan Fraser. There's some bad ones too, like Monkey Bone. That was a rough Brendan Fraser movie. School Ties, Airheads. I still have to find Airheads and Encino Man on VHS. Encino Man, I really want to revisit. What's that?
I loved Encino Man.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what did you? She got out of her collar. Ooh, this is all. You need a new collar too, girl. She has been running through the mud in the backyard. It's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I got to take care of you, Callie. Callie, come here.
Everybody, Max is talking about his dog. FYI.
Yeah. All right. Anything else I wanted to? There was something else I wanted to cover, and I keep forgetting. Oh, you told me. You told me just now. The God of War. That's what we'll.
Please, just go to Twitter and put up God of War first look, and that's all you need to do to find the picture.
Okay. Let me find my keyboard. The new Tomb Raider looks really good to me. Did you see that, Rhea? The images?
I did. Mm-hmm.
I think that looks amazing. God of War.
I love the actress, Game of Thrones. So she didn't do good as Jean Grey. I had high hopes, but she'll be fine as Tomb Raider, hopefully.
Oh yes, here I found a perfect first look. Wow, this looks. I know this actor. He was in Sons of Anarchy. He was in Walking Dead. I like the actor enough. Weird casting for Kratos. I'm sorry. And yes, it does look like he is taking a dump in the woods. That's what his face looks like. And that is what Jaffe said on his YouTube video. And that's what I said. And people got mad at me. I'm like, this is what I mean why do you release images like this with weird facial expressions? And even the kid is like much younger than the video game. They went younger for the kid.
So the actor is, if you want, I know him from Sons of Anarchy. He played Opie, who was a big dude in the movie, in the show. Sorry. I think that the kid looks just right, personally. Yeah, maybe he's a little younger. The stuff people are complaining about is that he doesn't look buff enough, like he didn't take enough steroids. And also, in that position, it looks like he has a belly. And I'm like, come on, man. He looks like Kratos, though, for the most part. Like,
no, my problem's not with his physicality, like that, his muscles or stuff. It's just his facial expression. He's not even. I like the actor enough, but he doesn't really exude intensity like Kratos should, like in the face. He just kind of seems like almost like the Temu version of Kratos or Homer. Like, don't. Like that doesn't. I'm not. It's not. Kratos is an intense character. I'm not feeling that from this first. Now the whole context of the show might be completely different. Extremely odd choice for a first look at the character because this is very glossed over. They looked through this. This isn't like a set leak photo. This was released, and he's not oozing the intensity of Kratos. He kind of looks confused or constipated.
So, okay. So because they chose this picture as the first picture to release, it's an interesting choice. And I think it's a poor choice. I agree with you on that. He does look like Kratos. I don't agree with you. I think his face looks like Kratos. This particular pose and everything, I think they could have done better. The actor has responded on Twitter saying, don't believe everything you see. Implying that, because people are the biggest criticisms. Sorry, Max. The biggest criticisms are that he doesn't look buff enough and it looks like he has a belly, which is just nonsense. There's no way that the actor himself, didn't get himself into good shape for this character.
To be fair with the character in the context, I played the reboot game on PlayStation 4, and it's on PlayStation 5 now too. At this moment in Kratos' life, he does have a dad bod because he is a literal dad right there. He's teaching his son. So this is not Kratos in his prime either. He's still ripping heads off and killing things, but this is dad bod Kratos. So that's not my problem with it. It's just like he looks like the Temu version or a cosplay Kratos, and he looks kind of confused or, in the face. I mean, I don't feel the intensity from Kratos there, even if he's in dad bod mode.
This is not a good picture, but I feel like he still looks like Kratos. Come on, Max. He looks like Kratos.
I mean, he looks like a cosplayer Kratos. People are saying AI. I think AI would do a better Kratos, honestly. And I'm not saying AI is bad. I'm saying it as a positive.
No, AI was not used because they would have airbrushed his gun.
The son too, Kratos' son here is just like looks super young. I wasn't expecting that. That's surprising that they went this young with the because his son actually there's parts of the game if I remember right that you actually play as the son and there's a lot of physicality for the son. This looks like very early on. Maybe this is the first. You know how they do different versions of the character, different ages. Maybe this is the first iteration of son. Yeah,
I'm pumped for this show. Okay, everybody, I'm pumped because I love the Greek gods, and Kratos in the first, iterations of the game was fighting the Greek gods, right? And if Amazon, who throws a lot of money at these projects, does it right and makes everything look cool, this could be a fantastic show. If you like that fantasy stuff, some people don't like it. I personally love it. So I'm totally pumped for this. This does not deter me. The criticism of it, I think, is some of the usual suspects are complaining about it just because they complain about everything, right? But I don't see a problem here. It's a bad choice though by the marketing department. I'm not going to lie. I can't defend that.
No, I do agree with Sean. The first look at Superman, I still stand by my take, was weird. Looking at his boots, it did not even fit the bright, happy corn sweat vibe of the movie. It was just, it didn't match with it. These marketing teams are idiots.
I almost feel like these marketing people feel like, oh, everybody wants to see Kratos looking buff and like with his weapons up and his arms up, like whatever. So let's do something different. So they just try to be different for the sake of being different.
Whereas the Tomb Raider I think she looks perfect. I actually like Angelina Jolie the least as Lara Croft. Not that I still like her, but I liked Alicia Vikander a lot. I just think she deserved to be in a better movie for the Tomb Raider reboot. And then Sophie Turner just looked really great as Tomb Raider.
She's great.
In the different costumes. If you actually played the Tomb Raider game instead of just gooning over the archaic 3D pixels, you would know that.
Don't criticize me for gooning. How dare you?
That was the first Gooner game. Tomb Raider was the first Gooner game. She changes her outfit quite often in the video game, and it makes sense because she's doing different missions, But I think this looks much better than Kratos. I'm excited about this though, for sure. That video games are finally getting proper adaptations, live adaptations. And I think the energy is behind that over not that superhero movies are done. It's just there's like, okay, what do you feel? We'll end it there. What do you feel the momentum and the freshness is coming? Is it still in the superhero genre, or is it, live action video game adaptations or animated, or still with horror? Horror is always there. I just feel a lot more energy towards these live action video game adaptations. No,
I mean, it's hard for me to say because a lot of these so I think that with Tomb Raider, I'm a little bit more excited because it feels more timely. They're kind of also planning the new game coming out around it as well. So there's going to be like a wave of exposure of this character that is going to keep me personally invested in, the hype. I don't know if there's going to be like a new God of War game or some sort of content, maybe like an animated series or something. There was a Tomb Raider animated series on Netflix that was really cool. So I feel like Lara Croft as a character has been part of the zeitgeist, I guess, of pop culture a little more consistently than Kratos, but not to say that that's going to define how the quality of the God of War series. I still think that I'm invested in and interested enough in God of War to actually be more interested in how that is going to play out because of the unexpected, like marketing that they're doing as far as like image releasing and stuff. I think part of it too is like litmus testing exactly like what audience responses, and then kind of curating the editing or reshoots and things like that around the feedback. So I kind of see it as that, just to kind of get some you know interest in the curiosity of how these images are being presented for God of War. So they're gonna get more feedback to kind of pivot off of, whereas with Tomb Raider, it's pretty consistent. It
Okay.
looks like the quality is there, so it's already sort of like almost not guaranteed, but it's already sort of like past the sniff test, I think, with general audiences, where there is, and it's already part of this consistent wave of exposure, like I mentioned, for Lara Croft as a character being so like already in the zeitgeist, whereas with Kratos you kind of have to like stir the pot a little bit, I think, to like reintroduce the general public with him.
So you think that Lara Croft has more pull nowadays than Kratos does?
Yeah, I think so, and it's leaning on the announcement for the new game, as well as some of the additional content that we've gotten for the character over the years. I feel like there's just been more of a sort of more yes, like more content for sure in different mediums, I think. So that's what's kind of helping it a little bit, in my opinion.
She's been more relevant in the other forms of media for years. Like, she was one of the first video game adaptations that people actually like, okay, it was good. The first Tomb Raider,
I just don't know what normies know more. That's
I actually think too,
it probably is Lara Croft.
I think if you're talking about Lara Croft's relevancy, it's kind of weird for people that grew up with Indiana Jones. I think she's more relevant than Indiana Jones with some of the younger generations.
Interesting. Sure, why wouldn't she be?
Yeah. Kratos is very popular just in the video games, but he hasn't translated to other media yet. I want it to be a success.
I think it
and I was really, just like I was always wanting for Halo to translate, because Halo should have worked. It wasn't horrible. It just was not good enough. Canceled after season 2. Peter Jackson or Guillermo del Toro was even talking about Halo. Peter Jackson, I think, was talking about Halo. It should have really, that's another reason Microsoft, screw you, Microsoft. It's such a layoff to do a Halo movie or TV series. They completely whiffed on the play. But I really hope God of War is a success. I don't see it. Just the first look image though, Tomb Raider nailed it to me, and the first image of Kratos and his son is confusing.
So Max, what you don't see is you don't see the gooner side of the internet that I see, and the gooners don't like this version of Lara Croft.
Gooners are always going to complain, and you know what? The games still sell. Tomb Raider still sells.
I agree.
Video games.
I agree.
So, whatever.
I think she's a great actress. I love her. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. That's where I was introduced to this character. I had such high hopes for her as Jean Grey. It didn't kind of pan out based on what we saw in the movies, but she's a fantastic actress.
I kind of see her more as the protagonist in Horizon Zero Dawn, personally.
Oh, Sophie Turner as
a little bit. It might just be like because she's known as a redhead, and she's giving very like agile, sort of like warrior vibes, like or like her screen presence, I guess. I kind of get more of a sense of the character in Horizon Zero Dawn personally, but maybe she might be a little aged out. I can see that argument a little bit, but it seems like they're playing or these adaptations of video games as like TV shows. They're kind of going for later late stage versions of these characters as opposed to like introducing them. So I think she looks great here. I think she looks like straight up like 90s Lara Croft in this.
Let's be honest. I'm trying to be careful because we have a lady on the panel, but the people that are complaining, just if your only criticism is a certain aspect of a person's physicality, their size, If that's
Yeah,
the only, that's really the only.
I said
She
it was
looks like
Gooners. I said
she looks exactly like the Laura Croft
yeah,
from.
absolutely.
In if your only complaint is that, get the heck out of here. Is my opinion.
Yeah, these aren't my feelings, but we report on everything here. It's
Yeah,
honest.
but she's a popular actress. She's got the look
No,
down.
she's a
She's
good
in the
actor.
costume.
Quite
She's in
popular.
multiple
She's great.
costumes. Yeah, and she's the physicality from the behind the scenes. She's all doing a lot of the stuff there, the stunt work. I'm sure she's got stunt people too, but
And she looks very muscly in some of the behind the scenes pics I've seen. You know,
I think this is going to be a smash success. I
I-
wanted the Alicia Vikander movie to be good, but I think this is really where you're going to have
I think it's more suited
Lara
to a
Croft
TV
shine.
series, right? Don't you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's going to do much better episodes over a season in an arc. Yeah.
So Cal brings up a good point. What happened to the mic
This
drop
one?
hotline? No, that's a good point.
Yes, we could bring that back. We're working on
We
stuff.
should.
We could check on with AI.
Done that in a while. We haven't heard from Sally Smith from Nebraska. We haven't heard from Scooter Crunch or any of our usual callers that we used to get.
Mm-hmm. The YouTube cares about Cheeseman. The most trending channels on YouTube cares about what 49-year-old Gooners. I'm Max, not Matt. Rational. It's the wrong show.
Oh my god!
Although he was on the show for a small period of time when we were talking about AI, I'm like, whatever, just come on the show.
It was a bit of a shit episode.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say too. Thank you. Shout out to $3 Theater, Matt Jarbo. Oh God. Actually, I'm open that if we stay on nerd topics, I'm open to having them on again. I'm very open-minded. I was not a fan of AI at the beginning. I still have concerns, and I will still, even though I'm on board. My thoughts on AI right now are the tools with C-Dance are. They're with the power to the fans. Just instead of wasting all your energy, you could do that. That's your right to waste energy and complain and yell and use your First Amendment right and, freedom of speech and all that. I say just go create it with C-Dance, everything you're asking these corporations and IP holders. As long as you're not, my only caveats are, if you're going to use AI, don't try to mislead people or use people's public image and put them in disgusting situations or anything egregious with it. If you're just doing fan films and stuff like that, these are public personalities. Use them, have fun, as long as you're not making money on people's IP. I'm saying the powers with the people. That's like the corporations are going to use AI. So you should use it. You should use it. Have fun with it.
To break the gatekeeping part of this whole thing, like people can make like stuff that would get people interested, and that's my problem with some. Oh, it's going to make anybody can do this. Just anybody. Good. Yes. Anybody outside of the Hollywood system should be able to do whatever they want to do. I don't.
And competition can make art better too. Like yes. So I that's my thoughts on it. Is as long as you're not intentionally misleading people or using it to what do people like to sue over? Defame people, put people in, or try to trick people. Go for it. As long as you're not doing something gross with it, and you're doing like I see awesome stuff with people doing this Snyderverse stuff with like Batman versus Deathstroke, or Superman versus Darkseid, and I'm like, that's stuff I want to see. I'm okay with that. You're not as long as you're not making money on people's. I still follow the law with you can't make money on people's IP, right, Voltaire? You can't do that. But the fan films have existed for years. What's one of the great things George Lucas did is embracing the fan film community. It's just that fan films are going to start to get really good with AI.
What if you had so here's what's going to happen, everybody. Books. So like Game of Thrones is fantastic.
I disagree.
In my opinion, because it's written by a real writer, not Hollywood writers, right? So I think more books with like real writers will get adapted because of AI, because it'll be cheaper and easier to do it. And I think the content will be better for it.
Mm-hmm. Um, there's going to be different. I disagree with this statement. If anyone else wants to talk about AI real quick, you can. If you don't, that's fine. Anthony Cheeseman says AI isn't art. I don't think being a blanket statement on anything is cool, Cheeseman. I mean, it's your opinion. I think AI can be art. It's all how you use it and execution. And there's a lot of great ideas that are going to be put in art.
And kids under 20 all will think it's art.
Yeah.
No, that's a reality. Just like people in the people in the 90s who loved rock music, when DJs first came out, they thought that's not real musical talent. DJs are musical talent now. It's just the way it works.
Okay. Any other comments on what all the developments? I haven't really talked with Rhea much about AI recently. There's been a lot. It's developing quickly. The one that got me was not even the superhero stuff. It was Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt Sea Dance. Did you see that? And I'm like, there's. Oh, have you seen any of the Sea Dance AI stuff?
I think you might have sent me some, but yeah, I haven't seen anything that I can think of that was for sure Sea Dance.
Okay, so that's where I'm like, wow, this is getting really good. And as the times go on, in the TED one with Bill Clinton, I know Bill Clinton's tied to some files too, but he makes an appearance in season 2 of TED, where he goes into a fast food restaurant and is a complete asshole to the father of the family in TED. He's working at a fast food restaurant. It's fun. It's done well, and it's probably better than CGI. Let me bring up what Rational. This better not be a joke, because even though we got okay, let me bring this up.
Oh, and Voltaire, I know you mentioned you're a premium user of Grok, right? Grok does really great animation prompts, or you can create a really good animation prompt from still photos of stuff. Like I've tried it even as like a free user, and it's really good.
Yes, I created a couple of, and I haven't brought these to Max yet, but a couple of intro stuff for the banter segment and stuff like that. And Grok does a great job with it. Yeah.
So I'm going to go to Sean's comment here. I'd like to get Sean on for AI talk too. I mean, AI talk is interesting because it's happening, whether people like it or not. It's, there's good aspects to it. I think video games, creating avatars is going to be a lot more exciting with AI. That's one thing I think of right away. Okay,
I want more video games too. There are folks who want, like, well, we are getting a new Castlevania game, but like, let's say we weren't, and folks, want a new Perfect Dark, right? So like, you can make it now. So, we'll get to a point where video game design is more accessible through AI, which I'm excited for.
Sure. A lot of people just have great ideas. They just don't know how to execute all the details. So you're probably gonna see more stuff, and you're gonna have to sift through to get the gold, though, for sure. So Rational sent me this. I think you're sending me fake news, Rational. I will be ecstatic if this is right, but I maybe they were developing it. Why would they develop a movie when they just canceled the reboot video game? Perfect Dark film in the works at Paramount Pictures, with Britt Robertson cast as Joanna Dark via EW. Perfect Dark, Joanna Dark had a moment of time where she could have been as popular as Lara Croft, but they whiffed on the sequels and the reboots, and she's been in development hell all for video games since the first Perfect Dark on the N64. And just as Lara Croft, it may be more relevant than Indiana Jones, Joanna Dark is kind of like a James Bond character kind of vibe. We could have had that. So this would be perfect for a movie, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I really want a new Perfect Dark video game, because, yeah, we are getting a new James Bond video game, but that Perfect Dark video game was so good on the N64. So that's my thoughts on it, Rational. You better not have sent me fake news to get my hopes up, because I really would like this to be the new adaptation. But Microsoft owns the IP, so I'm going to assume they messed it up. That's my final thoughts. Any final comments we're going to do? We went pretty long. I'm sorry, we went long tonight. Thank you, Rhea and Voltaire, for joining me on the mic drop. It got me excited to stream again. I've been wanting to do some single video topics, things like that, and definitely do more hunting for physical media. Any other thing you want? Any other thoughts we want to do before we close the show, Voltaire, Rhea?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on, having me on, guys. Trying to figure out how I want to re-ramp up making content, but
Sure.
no promises, but I am figuring some things out. So hopefully,
Cool.
I can get something together.
I like the light, the lighting, the
Friday
pink lighting behind. Yeah, I like the lighting in that corner there. It looks good.
Yeah, Voltaire, what were you saying?
I said, if you ever have a Friday night free, come to the mic drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
Let me know great horror movies to look forward to, and tell me, fans of Black Mirror, the best episodes to watch, because my friend wants to watch them all out of order, and I'm completely like they are standalone, so you don't have to watch them in order. But let me know the best episodes of Black Mirror. Okay. Well, I think we'll end it here. Voltaire, if you would take us out so kindly.
Good night and good luck, everyone.
Absolutely. Bye, everyone. What, did it end? I hit it. Oh, now it didn't end. End.